Hello and welcome. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I'm Sandy from Lolly and Sand, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. Just want to make sure it's all working well here. Let's take a peek. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Alrighty, so can you believe a few things? One, it's almost the end of March. That's 3 months of the year almost gone. And not only that, and this is kind of the sad part, Sale-a-bration is coming to an end. It's true. There's 5 days left. So if you're going to place an order, I have put the link at the top of this post. But I suggest you wait because there's fun stuff happening today. And it has something to do with best birds. A lot to do with it. That's what we're using today. I was walking the dogs yesterday, one at a time. I can't do both at the same time. And when I stopped, you know, because you have to stop and smell the roses, so to speak, and I could hear birds chirping, and I got inspired. Let's put it that way. I just got inspired. So we're going to be using the Best Birds stamp set. This is from the annual catalog, and I have to be honest with you, I haven't inked it up in a very long time. So again, annual catalog, and you'll find that on page 108. I'm also using the what are they called? Birds Blooms Thinlits. So it's kind of nice that you can stamp and or color these little birds, and a few of the other pieces also cut out, and you get this really cute little birdie right here, and so on. And it's just plain fun. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to bring in our grid paper from our Stamparatus. I like this size. And I have it. The paper we're using. Not a ton for all this stamping. I'm going to put everything all in one. All in one. So I'm going to do 2 birds and this really cute little flower. So everything I'm using is from Best Birds and the Birds and Blooms Thinlits. And we need this as well, the branch. Make sure we're all centered here. I'm going to stamp everything in memento, black memento. And I just want to check one thing, and that is that I have 2 of these, and I want to make sure this is the one that's the inkier. I don't even know if that's a real word. What do you think? Do we make up words all the time? Well, yes, we do. That's the good one. Look at the, and I've smudged. 2 sides to the paper. Oh, you see all the detail in that? I'm just going to bring that a little closer. Look how cute is that? Alrighty, so let's get everything to fit. You know what? Normally I say, if the stamp is large, put the stamp down, bring the ink pad to it. But clearly I've already inked myself, so I will. I had used this at a event on the weekend, and I really inked it, and boy oh boy, I really inked it. Let's just leave it at that. It made a mess. Alrighty, so one little birdie here. They're being cut out, so it doesn't matter where I stamp it. That's a 1, and then the other little birdie. So we are going to do some coloring today. I know, I don't often do that. But these birds, they just say, color me. I want to make sure everything fits. Because I'm actually going to stamp the flower 3 times. Well, that's a nice dark image. Now I do see there something got on my ink pad, so that might affect the image. I just had there it is, the Take Your Pick tool. Comes in handy for more than one thing. Yeah, right here there's a little piece of plastic there. So let's see. Scrap a sec. Let's get rid of that. I don't really want to, you know, forget about it and then have black ink on my Take Your Pick tool. That would not be good. Alrighty, the little flower. So if you're watching, be sure to say hi. It's lonely. It's lonely here. No, just kidding. Okay, this one I have to pick up. This one's just too big. If I get inky fingers, I get inky fingers. That's the way it is. Making sure everything looks down at this end. Alrighty. Okie dokie. And let's just do that right here. Again, doesn't matter because it's all going to be die cut. Ta-da! Alrighty. Let's make those go over. Nope, I'm going to use that one again, so I don't want it to go too far. Alrighty. And that's just a plain block. So, I'm going to color in the two birds and use different colors on each. So, see if I can remember which is, well, that's definitely for the branch. And let me use my little brain and look at my cheat list here and see what we have. Okay. Yep. Oh my goodness. I took one of the dogs, only one of the dogs here. The other one's having some work done today. He doesn't know it though, so he's going to be a little surprised. All right, let's start with this bird. I want to start with this bird, this one. And I'm going to use, so these are the Stampin Blends, the light daffodil delight, the dark petal pink, and the light petal pink. So kind of just mixing up the colors just a bit. And are these real birds? No, that's the beauty of it. You can color them however you want. Alrighty. Oh yeah, don't let me forget. I am going to do the draw or announce the winner from last week later in the video. I've written it down, but just in case I forget. I have been forgetting things like crazy. I came in here to do the live and I'm like, something's missing. And that would be my phone. I am not kidding you. I wasn't going to get very far without it, you know. I'm not being like super particular because I can always go in again with the color. But I do want to make sure I get the areas that I want light, and the areas that I want dark. I like make-believe birds. Now, pardon me, I don't actually have to do this entire bird because you're only going to see a little bit, just a little bit of the bird. And there's one thing I forgot. The name of the person who, I think she's from Australia. And I can't remember her name. It's on my phone. Took a picture of the card. That this is modeled after. Cased. Okay. Just having fun with the colors, so I'm just continuing on. So since we're going to see the head, I'm going to go back in a little bit more. Make it a little more vibrant around the head. It's hard to stop. Do you find that too? There. Now my finger's a new color. So there's the one. The other one, I'm going to do a little, it's going to be pretty subtle. And I started with the dark. That's okay because the dark goes up here and around here. I feel like I have ink on it, but I don't. Memento is the one to use. Oh, you know what? I did use some of the light cherry cobbler on this one. Wrong end. That's the bullet end. I want more of oh, hello, Lisa. Good morning. I want it's going to go with it. Let's put it that way. It's going to be a natural colored bird. Natural? A light color. Alrighty, and a little bit in here. I'm gonna add a second color to that area, and then I'll go in with some highlights and other colors. Again, the bullet end. You know, I should really look. There's this little picture in case you didn't know this. Oh, hi, Darlene. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know I missed a month of getting into the top 10 for Kylie Bertucci's international blog highlights, but the card worked that time, so you never know. Anyway, yeah, my blog, I don't think I put that on there yet, but Everything I do is Lolly and Sand. So lollyandSand.blogspot.com is where you'll find that. I'm going to go with some darker color. And reading it this time, I want this end. And there's no, you know, with a bird or anything, there's no color that actually just stops and then changes to the next. So I'm mixing them up a little bit. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Now this time I am going to use the bullet end because right here there's these little lines and they're just going to add a little bit more depth. So I'm just going in and adding to them. They're already existing. Just a little bit extra color. Okay, so I'm going to stop there and then go on to the next one. So I'm going to do the leaves and the branch. This is such a pretty set. And like I said, I haven't inked it up. And you can tell that the fact that it isn't even on magnetic sheet, that I haven't used it very much. But when I was going through the stamps, looking for something to inspire me, well, and then I saw the birdies, or heard the bird. I didn't actually see the birds yesterday. But just something that inspired me. I thought this deserves some ink. So that's the light crumb cake, and this is the light old olive. And I'm going to use the brush end. I love that there's hardly any snow outside. I mean, there's still some, obviously. At least not in southern Ontario. I can't speak for northern Ontario. I'm pretty sure they still have lots of snow. And as does the rest of Canada. I noticed I missed a spot. I'm just going to go back over and get that little branch. And then just go back in. Just highlight the leaves. The veins, I guess they're called veins on the leaves, just a little bit. Kind of a small area, so there's not much to do. Not sure what that machinery sound is. Oh, we have to do the flowers for sure. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's very versatile. And part of the reason why I've chosen this stamp set is because everything I need is in this. I'm not going to bring in a second stamp set. This is the one we're using today. You know what? Other end. I just find it goes faster with the brush end. The bullet end is good for detail, of course. Okay, and I don't have a lot of the darker colors because I'm still kind of shy about coloring with the blends. I know, hard to believe, but it's true. I always tell the truth. Okay, big machine, don't stop outside my door. All right, so the next step. Oh, excellent, excellent. Now the next step would be to die cut. So it's magic. You know it's magic, right? There they are. Turn out better when I don't rush, you know? Much better when I don't rush. There's a third flower. There it is. And there they are. So my die cutting was off a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. As long as we don't have the snow. All right, so the next step is I have early espresso paper, and I took some of the wood textures, and I used the, if you're familiar with these or not, the Rectangle Stitched Framelits. I used the largest one, which is this one here, and I didn't want it to be super plain, even though this has a really nice texture to it, but it's got the stitching around it, which comes from the die. So I love these. I used them for our make and take on the weekend at the event I was at. And then layering circles. Alrighty, so mine might not be in the same order as in the catalog. Did I use this one? Nope, too big. I used this one. There. So if I was to tell you which one that was, third largest of the regular circles would sound just about right. And I kind of eyeballed it. I didn't say, okay, this has to go, 1 inch from the edge and 2 inches up or whatever. Winging it, just winging it. Now the one thing, and I can miss a little bit on this is the texture stamp that's on the stamp set, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's this one, often forgotten, but I thought it might be a nice little texture for the background. So I am going to bring in my grid paper again. So I find with the photopolymer, I do like to have something underneath that will just give it a little bit of cush, is what I call it. Alrighty, so I am sticking with the same ink. I am. I don't know why I feel the necessity to ink on this side, but I do. Trying to get ink on the entire stamp. It's not going to show up like super, but it is going to show up. Alright, so aiming for about there. And I'm just going to hold that for a second. I hope they keep the wood textures paper forever, because I always find a use for that paper. All right, so just that little bit right there. You can't really see it very much, and that's fine. Oh, you know what I don't have? Okay, well, I'll have to use my big ugly scissors. I still have my stuff packed away. I don't know what it is about events. I get so tired. There we go. I don't want to do it twice because I don't want to mishmash the colors. So this little birdie here is actually going to go underneath. So it's going to go about there. So what I'm going to do is move it. No, I did move it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. All right. Oh, I know the best way of doing this. Bring out those glue dots. They're so perfect for helping you align things. Yes, it's on my finger now. So I want to put that on. I'm going to put it back here a bit. And we're just, like I said, we're winging it. So if you were to make this card, just wing it. It doesn't have to be so super lined up that you drive yourself crazy. I just don't want the feet showing. That's all. Let's see if that's where I want it, because I can move that. Up a little higher. So I still have to fit the branch. That's kind of the beauty of this, is I can pull this off gently. Gently, gently. Okay, and that's when you take your pick tool out. Oh man. Oh, I amuse myself. Because it's like this little, there we go. It's coming loose. Okay, like I say when I make cards, place it very gently if you're not sure that's where you want it. Come on. Oh, it will come off and I will not rip this. You know, the funny thing is I only want it up ever so slightly, but oh no, I have to have it where I want it. Okay, so bring it back under again. I've not actually made this card, so we are winging it. Oh, thank you, darling. You're so sweet. I will get you that address, by the way, that you were looking for. It's funny, I don't see it on their advertisement. I know that's up ever so slightly, but it is. Okay, here comes the painful part. I am going to chop his tail. It's not actually, well, a little bit more. These are like totally goofy scissors that I don't like. I thought I would like. They're not good for left-handed people, that's for sure. Left-handed scissor people. All right, so now that I have that bird on, I can go ahead and adhere. And I am going to use my Tombow. Do you have this set, Darlene? Because I know it's kind of another one of those ones I call a sleeper. You know, it's in the catalog and you're like, nah. I just think it's so pretty. Well, and I love birds too. I noticed that Charlie Bird, the lovebird in the house, he's being very quiet. He's in his cage. That's where he is when I'm around, because I don't know why. Love birds. I cannot stand the flapping sound of their wings. I don't know, it's always scared me, and I don't know why. Now you see where we're going with this. I wanted to make sure that they were kind of face to face. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, oh yeah. I don't know too many people that don't love birds, you know, because they're amazing. The colors, like hummingbirds and such too. Oh, so amazing. I think that's the part that fascinates most of us. Alrighty, so kind of going right about there. And this little bit can actually go onto the layer behind because, of course, there's another layer. And then we'll just put this guy on. Now, nothing at this point is being popped up. Everything is flat to the card, including the birdie. I actually made these birds several times yesterday, and I was deciding, am I going to use, you know, blues and greens? I wasn't really sure, so this is what won. Alrighty, back with the grid paper again, because I want to do the sentiment before I get too far. So, another piece of the same paper, the wood textures, and the sentiment. And I went with, well, happy anniversary, you know, because they're facing each other. I figured they were kind of being lovey-dovey. And let's see if I can stamp straight today. Not that it matters, because you know me. I have one waiting in the wings, just in case. No pun intended, since we're working with birds, but waiting in the wings, yes. Okay, still sticking with the same ink pad. All right, now I have to bring this closer to myself so I can see it. Now, the way I help myself see these is I use my grid paper and line up the paper I'm using first. And assuming this is straight on here, I'm assuming, I should just be able to make sure you can see what I'm doing. I can lean in and just go for it. Just go for it, right? Oh, thank you, Marnie. They're just fun little birds, and you can crooked. It's hard when you have wood grain because it's making it look like it's crooked, but I believe that's straight. So I am actually going to rip this. It's not staying like that, but that's a perfectly good piece. And I'm going to use the triple banner punch. That's funny that I did it that way. Interesting. And I'm just going to put a banner on the one end. So, sliding it in. You cannot see the words. It doesn't go that far, but since I don't know exactly where they are, I'm going to stay back just a little bit. As soon as I feel I have that straight. Yeah, this is the best way. It's funny when you do this, is you try not to look at the lines on the paper. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Alrighty. I am going to pop that up. Have to pop it up. Finally, some dimensionals. My goodness. Ooh, I have another idea. Oh no, this is all from the same set, darling. Everything I've used is all from this set. Pardon me. Happy anniversary, happy birthday on your wedding day. It's a good day. Thoughts for you and congratulations. All that with the birds. Like that's why I think this is such an awesome set. I have to put a third one in. I don't like when the centers can get pushed down. I think I say that every video. Every video. Alrighty. So I have a question for you ladies. So when I do my videos, again, popping it up. I hope you can see that. Here I am just like, I'm pretending I'm all by myself stamping, even though I'm talking to myself. When I do my videos and you share my videos and or place an order, or and place an order, whichever you choose. Now I need the small ones. Un momento. No small ones? Oh, excuse my reach. Excuse my reach. There we go. I decided I would pop up a couple of these little flowers. Like, why not, right? Deciding where they go. You know we do things in threes. So I do want to put one down here. And I have that urge, as you know, to pop it up. So when I do my videos and if whoever shares and or places an order, your name goes into a draw and you win the card or cards that I made the week before. Is that something you want me to continue with? Oh, good morning, Sonia. Or is that just something like, yeah, I don't want your cards. So I just want to know because, eek, I don't get a lot of shares and I'm like, okay, maybe you don't really want to, maybe you don't want my cards. I don't know. Just right about there. Now that one I didn't pop up, but this one I will pop up. I should wait till that dries before I do that. Alrighty. And get rid of those. So yes, if you want me to continue, I will. Sending out my cards. Now we have to do the inside. We'll do the inside before I bring in the base of the card. And it was kind of like happy anniversary, and it's like, well, congratulations. It's always congratulations when you're the possibility of, what am I saying? I'm thinking of the other, okay, I don't know if I can clean this because I didn't get the Simply chamois very wet this morning. I let it dry out after the scrapbook event I was at last Saturday. Oh, good. Okay. Because what I want to do is I had this idea. There it is. Petal Pink. I didn't want to get the Memento Black into the Petal Pink. So it looks good. I'm not seeing any transfer here. And normally you wouldn't. It's just I didn't do that quite as well as I could have. Alrighty. So just a little texture on the inside as well. Let's test it out. Yep. Okay. Not that it has to be centered, but I am kind of somewhat aiming for center. And then the congratulations, well, I'm going to do in the Memento. Oh, I've done it again. Alrighty. The worst thing is when you work with so much white paper is you're almost done the card and then smudge. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Darlene. All right, let's get this straight. So here's the trick. There's two tricks. There's probably more than two, but here's a trick of getting things straight. One, put it on your block straight. And with these clear ones, that's pretty easy to do. Just line it up with your grid paper. Well, we're pretending that the stamp's facing this direction. So here, let me give you an example. I'll take this one. Okay, so put your stamp onto the grid paper. It's a little bit different when they're not clear. And then pick it up straight on the block. Okay, that's my lofty thought and my idea. Now, stamping straight. Okay, I'm human. I don't always. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I don't always. Let's see. Oh, I think that's straight enough. You know, if it's not 100% perfect, never beat yourself up about it. I mean, if it's totally wonky, maybe do it again. But if it's just a tiniest little bit, it's okay. Whew, breathe. It's okay. Alrighty, so let's bring in the base of the card, Petal Pink. I just thought with the birds, with the inside sentiment, or that it would be pretty. So we are almost done. Can you believe it? Alrighty, I'm going to look at my list over. I have my cheat notes. Always have my cheat notes. Because inevitably, even when even when I write them sometimes, I forget to say it. So here we go. Okay, oh, on my fingernail too. Oh no. Alrighty. So placement. I know I made this a really narrow border. I took only 1/8 of an inch off. So I'm lining up with these, setting down, and then if you need your wiggle room, which I do not, you're right on track to get it in the right space. Now let's put the front on. Oh, I wasn't sure about the early espresso. I mean, I love the color, but I thought it would, I don't know. I'm not sure what I thought. So keep going with the, okay, keep going with the mailing out of the cards at the end of the month. I do it once a month, make one trip to the post office. I used to go every week, and that was getting a little silly. It's kind of like, wow, you're back? Yep, me again. So one trip, save on gas, save the environment. There we go. Alrighty, there it is. So because this card was a little more involved, I'm making one. I will probably throw in a second card out of my stash when I mail it out with the winner. Oh, speaking of the winner, okay, last week's winner, I always do the same thing. I write down all the names and then number them randomly, and I say to my son, pick a number between here and here. Anyway, so my son, I let him pick the number. And Leslie, who placed an order at the event on Saturday, is our winner. So, Leslie, you are getting this card and another card. Thank you, Marnie. Thank you, Darlene. Oh, that makes me feel good, because I'm not a colorer. It almost makes me wish that I put the brighter one out here, but to me, and I know it's backwards because I think the male bird is the brighter of the two. I should know this. My dad was a wood carver. I should know these things of ducks and loons and such. Anyway, so thank you so much. So feel free to share my video. I would appreciate that. That helps my little business. And I do want to mention, if you are in the KW, Cambridge, Stratford, Elmira, you know, that area, I have a class on April the 18th. I don't know what I don't know what cards we're making yet, but they will be fun. I will guarantee that. And, oh, I know, because Sale-a-bration's almost over. If you're still with me here, Sale-a-bration's almost over, but we want to end that in a strong way. So, if you place an order with me by the 30th of March, we don't want to wait till the 31st in case weird things happen with the system. A qualifying order, Sale-a-bration order, is either a $60 order. They go in increments of 60. So if you place a $60 product order, I will send you a Stampin Blend. The color is your choice. Okay, I'm just bringing out 3 just to say these are what the Stampin Blends are. And 120 gets you 2, and then keep going from there. So if you do, and like I said, the link is here on the post here. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next Tuesday. Alrighty, have a wonderful week. Okay, bye-bye.